Here I am, standing near my grave, overgrown with moss from age. The stone is worn down, barely readable, faded from the years and neglect. Nobody's been here in decades to brush the dirt away, to leave flowers at its base. But it doesn't matter. I've been here all this time, waiting. Today, she is finally coming to see me again. Or rather, they're bringing her, her body gently laid beside mine. Rose. My beautiful Rose. She hasn't been able to visit in years, 15 to be exact. I waited here in silence as the years passed. Not that she abandoned me. No, it was age and frailty that finally kept her away. But before that, for a lifetime, she came almost every day. She'd bring roses, the same flowers I always brought to her when I was alive. I wish I could have told her that she didn't need to come all those years. I wanted her to live her life, to find her happiness again. But I suppose it was me who couldn't let her go. Me who lingered here, unwilling to release her from the part of my soul that refused to move on. 75 years. That's how long it's been since I died. 75 years, and in all that time, she's been my only thought. Even when I knew she had no one left in this world, not a single person who would remember her, I wished her a life full of everything she deserved. We were young, so very young when I died. She was only 28, and I was 30. We built a world out of little things. Her laughter filling a room, her hand in mine as we walked the streets at night. I would bring her roses, my small way of making her smile. Each time she'd act surprised, as if it were the first time I'd given her flowers. And I would kiss her forehead and promise to bring her roses forever. Then, one day, it was her turn to hold the bouquet. This time, she brought the roses to me, her eyes red and her voice raw from days of weeping. She placed the flowers on my casket, and they stood bright against the gray of that day, the last color I would ever know. After I was gone, she came every day. She kept bringing me roses, even as her hair turned silver, even as her hands grew weak. She'd brush away the fallen leaves from my grave, and I would feel her presence as real and close as ever. If only I could have told her that I was here, waiting, feeling every second of her love and missing her just as much. She never stopped loving me, and I wished she would. The day she stopped coming, I knew why. She was alone, with no one to help her here, bound to her bed and slipping further from me with each day. Still, I waited, knowing that someday, somehow, she'd return to me. And today, she finally has. There's a shift in the air as her body settles into the earth beside me. I feel a warmth I haven't felt in decades. She's here, as she always was, as she always has been, her spirit ageless and pure. I turn to her, my Rose, my heart. She looks at me with eyes full of all we lost and all we are finally given back. Her hand finds mine, just as it did on those warm summer nights so long ago. She smiles, and I can see the years she carried alone, the weight of her life without me. But here now, she is Rose, my Rose, her beauty untouched, her soul just as I remember. I'm here, she whispers, her voice like the first light of morning. I reach out, feeling her hand in mine, steady and sure. The question I've held for so long comes to my lips. Rose, do you still love me? I ask, hardly daring to believe I deserve her love after all these years. Her eyes soften, and she nods. I never stopped, not for a single day. And just like that, the waiting, the loneliness, the long years of solitude all fall away. We sit together in the quiet peace of eternity, our hands clasped, with no more need for roses or words. Just the gentle, steady warmth of being together, of finally coming home.